can party night and day. Can't wait to touch the road. Make me take it on the tempo. Beat it like a drum roll. Put my brain in overload.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the music of Assassin, a.k.a. Agent Sasco. Mr. Jeffrey Campbell, born Jeffrey Campbell. And I want to say good evening. Welcome to the Wayne Hall Show, Assassin.
Yeah, man, no respect.
That's right. Calling in live from Jamaica. Oh, yard, man. How Jamaica treating you today?
Well, nice, you know what I mean? I had a full day. Work out in the morning, do a little bit of daddy duty in the afternoon, picking up from summer camp. Then I have some press rehearsals and dub session in the evening. And you know, I'm heading home and, you know, doing this call on the way home. But make heart like fire the summer up.
The summer turn up everywhere, man. I tell you, right about now, even here in Atlanta, it is scorching. But I want to welcome you, man, to the Wayne Hall Show. You are live on Power 102.1 FM on the dial in Boston, reggaevibesradio.com to the world, and 106liveradio.com, man. So we got a nice little platform to just find out a little bit about the man behind all that great and creative music, Mr. Assassin. So, having said that, man, give us a little bit a backdrop, man, as to Assassin, the upbringing. Where from?
Well, you know, I was born in very early 80s. You know, grew up, you know, through the 80s, loving music, and I just fell in love with it at a young age and started, like, I would have to decoding it at a very young age, like learning the 4-bar count by myself at 3.5, like, you know, and just, you know, trying to study everything there is to study about music. And by 5, trying to put my own, you know, songs together, DJing at little, you know, concerts and things like that. So it's just been this thing that's been a part of my life, you know, throughout school life, you know, and everything, and, you know, just having a sincere love and, you know, a passion for it, and kind of, you know, having a natural transition from just music as a passion and a hobby to music as a career. You know, coming straight out of high school, you know, starting my career very young at 16 and a half. And, you know, after more than a decade now doing it and continuing to grow, you know, it's just a blessing. So, you know, Assassin is just, you know, somebody, a youth who fell in love with dancehall music from early out, and, you know, just trying to, you know, master the craft and to also contribute to it as best as I can.
So you say 16 years, and you still admit that you're trying to master the craft?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it's straight up, man. Like, there's no question about it. Like, you know, I'm pursuing, you know, maximizing my potential, and I really believe in continuous improvement. So I don't ever want to stop going.
You know, I'm curious, where you got your influence, man? Who are your key influences as a young man, you know, growing up and listening to music, say in Jamaica, or, you know, anywhere you might have been?
So I would have to naturally, I would say, the first person I admired as an artist, you know, that I can remember is, like, you know, Professor Nuts, Lieutenant Stitchie, you know, and Papa San, and then as I, you know, the older I got, is the more I started to gravitate towards really the craft itself rather than the individuals, but, you know, still having favorites along the way. So, like, you know, Spragga Benz, Bounty Killer, Buju Banton, you know what I mean, Shabba Ranks when it was Shabba Ranks time. And then, like I said, around those main people, I just respect and you know, love the craft itself, where I could appreciate, you know, just anybody who doing it on a certain level. You know, and I try to learn from everyone, and I try to, you know, like, just, as I said, decode it, like, try to find out what is it about that person's style that make it so unique, and, you know, just try to learn everything and master everything.
You mentioned that at one point you tried to learn to play the guitar. How did that turn out?
Yeah, well, I became competent enough to be able to use it in my writing to some degree.
Okay.
You know, so I did a few songs with the help of the guitar writing, and it's still something that I've had to devote more time to and thing. But you know, I And it helped me also to appreciate, training your ears a little keener so you can, be more on key and, hit your notes better, things like that.
So what's the goal for an artist in your current stature? Because we're going to talk about Sunday. I co-hosted an event Sunday, the Pete Splash here in Atlanta, and saw you just destroy the stage. But before we even go to that, where is Assassin headed, man?
Well, like I said, I want to maximize my potential, and I don't know exactly what that is, and I don't put any ceiling or limit on that, so I just want to continue to work very hard, and I want to continue to grow, and I want to, continue to ascend, because my career has been, like I said, spanning more than a dozen years, which that, is not lost on me. That's a blessing, because nothing's promised or owed to anyone. And, I really do consider it a blessing to be doing what I love for so long and to be continue to grow. And so I just want to keep that going. So, wherever that destination is, I'm excited to find out. I'm just right now, I'm making sure that I keep moving forward and I keep working hard and I staying passionate and staying humble, most importantly. And, just staying true to the art form, true to myself, true to the craft, true to the music, true to the fan.
That's right. All right. Well, we're going fast forward to the present, and in the same process, pause for a little bit at Sunday, the Pete Splash here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I actually overheard a fan saying, "Oh my gosh, I never always hearing song them, but me never know say I saw him wicked on stage," and that's that's the truth. I mean, I was kind of there going to, wow, yeah, man, this brother got a lot of dimension to his performance. How was Pete Splash?
Yeah.
How does Assassin reflect on his performance Sunday at the Pete Splash here in Atlanta?
Well, like you said, every performance for me is, I give 100%, in terms of my personal effort. But the grade will always be reserved for the audience because, I'm performing for them. So I can have my own ideas as to how a performance goes, but ultimately it's how the people experience it that determine how good it was, whatever. So, and the feedback that I've got personally and, on the Instagram and things like that, the massive enjoy themselves. And that means, it's a job well done. But if I go and talk for my own self, I have fun at all times. I really love the music and I love what I do. And, I love sharing the music with the people and, just the whole experience. It's not just about being on the stage and, but the whole experience of a show. The fact that you have other artists on the show, the camaraderie, the fact that we get to pinch us doing thing and, watch Marshall Montana, which is another master at theme craft and, learn so much things, get to read with Sean Kingston and, that whole perspective as well. So, it was a great experience and I have to enough respect to the promoters, who did an excellent job in terms of, from we land at the airport, just the whole vibe until, heading out on the plane. It's a big up, to the team.
Yeah, man.
And of course, respect the people to come forward,
Yeah, man. It truly was one of the better organized events and promotions I've been affiliated with. So, yeah, hats off to the promoters there. But I got to tell you, man, on a personal note, Assassin, watching you perform, what I really dig, is that subtle humor. I don't know how deliberate your act is in terms of when you bring in that humor. But shed a little light on that because it's almost like comedy in dancehall, a little bit, in a subtle way. Is that deliberate?
Well, I mean, growing up, I was also the man who, I enjoyed, making people have a good time and, giving jokes or whatever. And, what's incredible is that I don't know, like when the whole Assassin thing started, because I got the name Assassin, clashing in school and things, it's like people bought into the name Assassin so much that sometimes my actual personality, like them overlook it. And, we joke around and, so sometimes, especially like a show like Peach, that's a family event, of course, we can, you go with a lighter mood. Of course, you can catch me in another show where you're getting straight up assassin and it's, more hardcore and just, you know what I mean? But I do have the ability to, be a bit jovial when necessary, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can tell, man. And even in the one about stupid money, my favorite line, and I know a lot of people find it funny, is when you say the rims on the golf cart,
Yeah, golf cart rims up, yeah. But then again, the next thing is like with music to for real, like I tell you, the first artist I admired was Professor Nuts, which is, as I say, is pretty much is like almost a stand-up comedian doing music. And I could appreciate, the humor in the material. And some of the times, like I like social commentary, and some of the times, in order to communicate a certain vibe, it's best if we can laugh about it. And the thing that I appreciate also about comedy, I know you get to use it within the material, is that it is usually a reflection of a certain truth that allows somebody to laugh. In other words, the laughter is because them identify with the truth in it. You know what I mean? Them can share in the. So I'm sure that, but it is the response to it is with laughter. You know what I mean? So there is that element as well, and we're not keeping it real. So sometimes it come off as being jovial, but a real reality.
Yeah, and I tell you what, man, I'm still getting hit up right now about the show Sunday, and I gotta say shout out to all the Assassin fans who saw him on Sunday here in the ATL. Michelle up there in Lawrenceville, blowing us up to tell Assassin she love him. All right, he hears you now. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
Big up Michelle. Big up all the Michelles, them. I understand. Big up everybody who come out to the show. Big up my fans. Big up all the fans who turn out. Big up the people who support the music, which is critical. Also enough respect to them. So, yeah, man, and I had a great time, on the show. Big up to the girl who give me, who tell me to take off my t-shirt. I don't know if she end up get it, but I throw on t-shirt to them.
You know she's listening, yeah.
But big up whoever have the shirt.
All right. Now, question for you now. Assassin Agent Sasco. You can't take this platform and not give us a little bit of backdrop into. We started with Assassin, then it became Agent Sasco. What's up? What's up with the name thing?
So Agent Sasco is an addition. A lot of people, wonder or, try, confuse whether it's a change or, it's not a change necessarily because, still, the name Assassin is still very much functional and very much, operational, so to speak. But Agent Sasco is just giving an identity to a more mature assassin, So, and it's not, so the agent is more refined and bit more sophisticated. The agent is more mature, and and that's a natural part of life. It's just that I choose to give it its own identity, So I have a song out now where I'm saying that Assassin is doing the song. So I ask Agent Sasco for the stay out of that one day. Because more just a hardcore, rough dance also. Yeah,
And
so the agent, yeah. Assassin going to call this one. So Agent, hold on. We're so calling back for dealing with the thing. Yeah.
Hey, I tell you, that right there is what I'm talking about. That is what you have a very distinct voice. You have a voice. You could be a politician through music. You got a certain kind of charisma in your voice, and that's my observation. And then with that subtle humor, that's it's almost unmistakable. If I walk into anywhere and your music is played, I don't have to go, who's that? I know that's Assassin, aka Agent Sasco, because I'm also glad that you clear up that Agent Sasco is not a replacement, but in many ways is a definition of who the assassin is.
It's defining a part of my character.
That's right. That's right. What a shout out, Miss Natalie Bloom, man. Natalie Bloom, locked in. Yeah.
It's a hard man. Yeah, man. Big up, Nat. You don't know it, bro.
That's right. Natalie, shout out to you, locked in. And, so we talked about the name and all that. Now, you've touched on to a lot of genres. You touch a little soca here, a little, you know, little different kind of stuff. The new releases. What's new out there for Assassin right now? What should we be chasing after?
Right now, what we really like, the vibe that we're really going with now is kind of like a more old school traditional dancehall vibe. We have the mix up tune produced by Ranch, which is doing crazy things, especially in the East Coast side. There's a New York lockdown. Then you have Second Seas, which is sounds like a remake of the Sling thing, but it's not necessarily so. But in any case, it's another old school vibe. You have a next thing named the Lava Mode, produced by Agent Sasco, which is a remake of the Dave Kelly Brockout Rhythm. So old school original dancehall. And that's the dancehall that I fell in love with. So, we have a couple of them releases coming out. I'm doing some work also with the hip hop community. Of course, I was on the Kanye West Jesus album of last year, and the Turn Down For What remix with Lil Jon, teaching and Conscience, and did some work with Raekwon and Melody Fiona, doing some work with Cardinal Official as well. Shout out to Rep Jamaica in Atlanta, big up to Dono Prince and Omar. Yeah. So, right now, for the music, we're deaf on it, and, we just, at this stage of my career, I am really looking forward to representing my music on greater platforms, like that Jesus album was one such platform, and, other opportunities coming forward. I was just looking to take advantage of them and represent the music on a level,
That's right. Now, tell us, Assassin, your take on the state of dancehall. Because, you get up one day and you hear the best, most optimistic view on dancehall music. And then you look another day and you hear all these things, dancehall this and dancehall that. What's the Assassin's take on dancehall music?
Well, Regine, it is what we make it, So, in good faith, I am here doing what I can, and there are others like myself, who love the music and contribute to it in a positive way, and, as such, the music lives through I, and, I'm sure the masses can put together a list of people who, them have respect for and have love for, and, who them can recognize as people doing the work to keep this music moving forward and keep the music alive. Now, I was in Europe the earlier part of the summer, and I can tell you that the vital signs are up. You know what I mean? When you go through Europe and you go in the cities, at the clubs them and we at the festival them and see all the people them receiving the music and loving the music. Music is alive and it's well. It's just, as we say, it is what we make it.
That's
so
right.
they are in their space and they are making it the best thing. And if in our circles we need to just make it the best thing for we to. So we are the creators of this destiny. Dancehall is what we make it.
That's right. Now, as we wrap this up, what's on the horizon? You mentioned Sumfest rehearsal, and I know that's huge down there, reggae Sumfest. But tell us about that.
No, it's just huge, man. It's just huge, full stop. It's Reggae Sumfest, Dancehall Night. Reggae Sumfest is, of course, one of the premier events in reggae and dancehall music. And being in Jamaica, and certainly is one of the most significant events locally. So, it's just a big deal. And last year, I'm kind of on defending champion status because a lot of fans contend that in dancehall terminology took dancehall night or something. But it's not even about that. It's about just making sure that we represent the music well and the massive love what we do. So we're going forward this year, to just represent ourselves again and represent the music again. And that's all the vibes. So Reggae Sumfest definitely loud, and then we have Dream Weekend coming up, which is in Negril, which is another calendar type event annually. You don't know, and then you have this Sunday I'll be performing at a World Cup final special thing. Like I think it's halftime. You don't know that loud car with Argentina. Big up to the Brazil fans then. Why you laugh?
Because me a Brazil fan, you know. My two teams are playing for second and third, and here you are shouting out Argentina. No, you know, come on, man.
No, this one. You can check my Instagram. People at Agent Sasco. Check my Instagram from morning, from before the cup start. Me tell them to run the Argentina. Because we don't join a wagon is on here. I want to tell you, no, you have a lot of people that call them a German fans. We call them old wagonists.
A true man, a true, yeah. Brazilians who become German fans.
Yeah, you call them Volkswagen, CW.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, boy, I tell you, as always, man, it's a lot of energy, a lot of good vibe. I wish we could go another 30 minutes, but, you know, I see my producer saying, hey. But,
No, man, it's all good, man. We appreciate the time out, and we said, you know, just love and respect you, man. Thanks for having me. And, you know, reason and next time. Just go and make it with the music same way. Give up all the fans and the listeners. You don't know, just tune into the Instagram at Agent Sasco. Tune into the Facebook Assassin aka Agent Sasco. Twitter is the same at Agent Sasco. You don't know. We're there. We love the people, then we love the music we represent. Enough love.
That's right, man. Enough love, enough respect. And I appreciate you touching down on the platform. A listener just hit me up, you know, on Facebook and say, can you get him to do a cappella or something before him go? I mean...
You want a cappella, all right. I want to tell you, saying, pop up and keep the place. You will call police if the real drinks for his shop. All the trees, the Mexican bikinis, and it's the stem of season. All the trees, watch out. Can't move, take you. White days. And man, they could never say what I think. Still get a ticket when we back in Nike. So you see me in the city. New York and Cape Town. Atlanta. Nineties. Chop push the banks. Me call the post queen. All the foot, they got them look them up from my team. They say got them on me only me sting them like this. But when the poor team, some behind the underneath. Got the chant for me like some young them a time me. I'm a girl in this chain. I'm trying this. So how we get up in me and see if I got your knees anyway. Agent Sasco.
Every time on the Wayne Hall Show. Paul 1021 FM, reggaevibesradio.com, 106liveradio.com. Thanks for touching down, Agent Sasco, Assassin. I'm telling you, good vibes, good vibes. Love it.
The Wayne Hall Show. God.
That's right. You take care, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Respect.